You. And also joining me now, Republican Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming. Thank you so much for joining us again. Let me get your reaction. You heard Ezra Klein there, economists who were part of the Bush administration. You've got folks who are Democrats, who are the best and brightest of minds that say we need to get this done. This is not something we can play politics with. Where do you feel we are at this point in negotiating the debt ceiling?
Well, we need to continue working on it. It's why Congress is going to be here next week. And I will tell you, you played that clip of Harry Reid saying we need to be back here working. What you didn't go on to say is he also said, and we're going to be voting on Libya. We have a situation, 9.1% unemployment. We have a huge debt, a large deficit. We have a budget that is way out of balance. And yet he's bringing us back to talk about Libya. Did the White House and to the majority leader not talk to one another? And then the president, who yesterday said, well, they ought to be here working. We invited him to come join us today for lunch, the Republican senators, all of us. What did his spokesman say? Jay Carney, he said, a conversation not worth having, and instead the president went to do 2 fundraisers today. It's time for the president to take a leadership role, to get in the game, to not just sit on the bench and yell and scream. We need the president involved, not traveling around as he has done. And as one of the White House people has said, well, he leads from behind. That's not what this country needs at a time like this.
Let me ask you about the information Ezra just presented. Before negotiations broke down, the deal was at 83% spending cuts, 17% tax increases, but Republicans wanted no tax increase. That is 100% off the table. If that's off the table, how can there be negotiating going on?
The president wants to raise the debt ceiling. I want to see revenue being generated by having a robust, growing, vibrant economy. The last thing you do with 9.1% unemployment is raise taxes on anyone. Americans realize our problem isn't that we're taxed too little, it's that we spend too much. Our problem is the spending, and that's what we have to get under control. So this conversation has not moved forward. It doesn't matter if you take a recess or not, if everyone is standing where they were, quite honestly, 30 days ago, 60 days ago. How do you move this forward? Because everything you are saying, and with all due respect, we've heard, and we've honestly heard the same rhetoric from the other side of this conversation. Not just 60 days ago, the Democrats have not, in the majority in the Senate, brought a budget forward in 790 days. Since the Democrats last passed a budget in the Senate, the national debt has gone up over $3 trillion. It's irresponsible. It's unsustainable. But we need a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. The president talks about a balanced approach of taxes and spending cuts. We need not a balanced approach. We need a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution so we can get the spending under control, Tamron.
All right, Senator Barrasso, thank you very much. I think you know how the people out there feel. They want to see something done, quite honestly, and they're going to hold Congress accountable if you look at those polling numbers. Thank you so much, sir. And developing now live